Have you ever wondered who was the first Indian voice ever captured on a record? This is the story of Ghohar Jaan, a trailblazing artist who didn't just sing into a horn, but announced the dawn of a new musical era in India. Our story begins in 1873 in Azamgarh, where a girl named Angelina Yeowood was born. The India she entered was a place of deep cultural shifts, yet the classical arts still flourished in the grand courts and exclusive salons of the elite. Angelina's life took a dramatic turn early on. Her mother, Victoria, separated from her husband and, embracing a new life and faith, converted to Islam, taking the name Malka Jaan. Together they moved first to the ancient city of Benares, and then to the bustling metropolis of Calcutta. It was here, in the heart of British India's capital, that mother and daughter were swept into the vibrant world of Hindustani music, dance, and poetry. Angelina was renamed Ghohar Jaan, and she was no ordinary child. She was a prodigy. Under the strict but brilliant tutelage of renowned masters, she began her journey. She trained in the intricate footwork of Kathak dance and mastered a stunning array of vocal forms, from the majestic Drupad and the creative Khyal to the emotive Thumri, the playful Dadra and the soul-stirring Ghazal. Her talent was a fire that couldn't be contained. Soon, the aristocratic circles of Calcutta began to take notice. Ghohar Jaan became the star of Chitpur, the city's cultural heart. She was celebrated not just for her exceptional voice, but for her captivating grace and undeniable glamour. She was a sensation. But her fame was about to go global. In 1902, a German recording engineer named Fred Geisberg arrived in India. He was on a mission for the gramophone company, traveling the world to capture the voices of its most unique musicians. The idea of trapping a performance on a flat disc was still a strange, almost magical concept. Geisberg traveled across the subcontinent, searching for that one special singer who could launch the company's venture in India. Word of Ghohar Jaan's legendary reputation reached him. He invited her for a recording session. She arrived not as a humble artist, but as a superstar, dressed in elaborate finery and accompanied by her attendants. The studio was nothing like what we imagine today. It was a makeshift setup in a Calcutta hotel room, with a large recording horn connected to fragile, primitive equipment. There were no second chances, no editing, no digital fixes. The technology demanded perfection in a single take. Performers had to sing with unwavering confidence and precision, all within a strict time limit of about 3 minutes per disc. Ghohar Jaan stepped up to the horn when she began to sing. Her voice crystal clear, immensely powerful, and filled with a rich tapestry of emotions poured into the machine. Geisberg knew instantly. He was capturing something truly extraordinary. At the end of each take, as the recording wax spun to a stop, Ghohar Jaan did something that would cement her place in history forever. In a clear, confident voice, she would announce, "My name is Ghohar Jaan." She was making sure that the world and all of future history would know exactly who was singing. She was claiming her art, her identity, and her legacy. These recordings, pressed onto black shellac discs, became the foundation of India's entire recorded music industry. They were a phenomenon. The discs sold in massive numbers, spreading her voice to the farthest corners of the subcontinent, reaching people who could never have dreamed of attending one of her exclusive live performances. For the very first time, audiences in India could listen to a master artist again and again, whenever they wished, just by spinning a disc on a gramophone. This single innovation completely transformed the nation's musical culture forever. Ghohar Jaan's life became a whirlwind of fame, immense wealth, and artistic triumph. She was more than a singer. She was an icon. She was revered for her voice, yes, but also for the powerful aura she projected, the elegance of her mif, and the fierce independence with which she navigated a world that rarely granted autonomy to female performers. She was a true diva, in the best sense of the word. Her artistic range was breathtaking. She went on to record more than 600 songs in over a dozen languages, including Hindustani, Bengali, Gujarati, Tamil, Urdu, Marathi, Arabic, Persian, and even English. Her incredible versatility and star power made her one of the richest and most talked about artists of her time. But life, even for a star, is never a straight line. Behind the glamour, Ghohar Jaan's later years were shadowed by financial troubles, betrayals, and the decline of her traditional patrons as the princely courts began to lose their power under shifting political tides. In her final years, she accepted an invitation from the Maharaja of Mysore and served as a court musician, passing away in 1930. Even after her death, the legacy of Ghohar Jaan was etched permanently into India's musical memory. She wasn't just the first Indian woman to be recorded. She was a symbol of a monumental transition, a bridge carrying the ancient classical traditions of the past into a modern age defined by technology and mass communication. Her iconic black gramophone discs captured more than just her music. They preserved the voice of a generation, the soul of a culture, and the very birth of India's commercial music industry. Her story continues to inspire musicians, historians, and art lovers to this day. It reminds us how a single voice, boldly announcing itself to the world, "My name is Ghohar Jaan," could help shape the future of sound and music for an entire nation. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who appreciate the power of art and history.